Hello, this is Sega Ages 2500 Series Vol.16 Virtua Fighter 2 for PS2. I'm running it in the emulator PCSX2 in Windows, and it's a good thing I am because this game is kind of messed up unless you mess with it a bit. Let me show you what I mean. So, how much? Okay, you're seeing a little bit of this. So if I go back to so I've tweaked with the colors here in PCSX2. PCSX2, you go to graphics. You can do this specifically just for the one game, which I've done. So in the game settings, you can go to graphics, then post-processing. Then there's a setting called shade boost, and I've tweaked that to brightness 65, contrast 69. And I left saturation alone. And if you don't do that, it looks like this. So this is the default look of the game. Just messed up. I don't know if they were, if they just took the straight settings from the arcade Model 2 that they were emulating or trying to emulate and just left it, and this is how it would look on a Model 2 on a completely stock monitor or something, like a CRT monitor, and you would have to adjust because I found in Photoshop, all you have to do to fix this is adjust, well, you just twist the color balance, the three color balance knobs. Two of them go one way, one of them goes the other way, and then you raise the white, the high contrast or the whatever setting in it, and it looks perfect. But this is like an unadjusted monitor, and there's no graphic adjustment knobs in the game options, so it just looks like this. So that kind of sucks. So fortunately, PCSX2 does have these brightness and contrast adjustments. You can't adjust the color balance, but the brightness and the color, that does okay. So it's still yellowy, I guess, but I guess that's fine. So anyway, there's that. Notice also there's bars at the top and bottom of the screen. That's because the game actually runs in a 3:2 resolution. I mean, Virtua Fighter 2, I guess, runs in a 3:2 resolution. That's a 1.5 aspect ratio, whereas like a standard console resolution is non-HD resolution is 4:3, which is hello, it's 1.33 aspect ratio, and that'll be important because of some other boring math stuff that I'm about to explain. Also notice this is the pause menu. There's no move list. There's another Sega fighting game 3 volumes later in the Sega 2500 series that's Fighting Vipers. For volume 19, that does have a move list in the pause menu, so I think they learned a few things. Fighting Vipers is also a Series 2, a Model 2 game, but it doesn't look as weirdly non-color balanced and contrast balanced as this one does. It's still a little, it's still slightly yellow and slightly washed out, but you would almost not notice, whereas this one you do notice, and it looks really bad unless you mess with it. So, but when I was playing Fighting Vipers a couple episodes ago on my channel, I actually got the aspect ratio wrong because there's a setting you can change in the game that let me do it wrong. So that sucks, and I didn't know about the contrast adjustment I could do in PCSX2, so I'm gonna have to play that again with slightly adjusted settings to rectify that. So main menu, there's not a whole lot. I guess this is local versus mode. I still don't know what ranking mode is. I'm gonna have to check that out someday. I think I know, because Sega also did a port of this on the PS3, which I have, and I think it's got a ranking mode, and I think it's just strict rules, kind of. I forget exactly. I'd have to look at my notes. But the reason I got this PS2 port and that I'm still excited about it is because I'm trying to wean myself off of being stuck on proprietary hardware. So I don't want to be stuck playing games on PS3 because, you know, that's a proprietary hardware system that my old PS3 could break down someday, and then I'd be sad. I want to be able to run these on PC. So I can run PS2 in an emulator legally because I can rip the CDs and they aren't encrypted like PS3 games are, and et cetera, et cetera. So options. So this is the thing I messed up in Fighting Vipers when I recorded that episode a couple days ago. The default setting is type A for screen mode, and that actually leaves black borders on all sides of the screen. And I think maybe that would either be because, like, a lot of standard televisions back then would have cut off the side slightly with the border of the TV itself, so they wanted to make sure that didn't happen. Or maybe it was just a perfect multiple of the native resolution of the game or something. Anyway, type B sort of enlarges it but keeps the aspect ratio, so now it's as wide as a standard 4:3 screen, but you still got the top and bottom borders so that it's playing at its native 3:2 aspect ratio, which is, you know, not as tall as a 4:3 screen, because 4:3 again is a 1.33 aspect ratio, which is closer to square than a 3:2, which is 1.5. There's a in PCSX2 there's a patch you can enable, which is a widescreen hack, and of course that stretches it to 16:9, which is 1.667 whatever aspect ratio, which is just about as much off as this. So type C stretches it increases the height, and this is what I did in Fighting Vipers, but I wasn't paying attention to the fact that this screws up the aspect ratio, so now everything is too tall. If you look at the characters, they're slightly too tall. They're kind of skinny looking and weird. So I was as badly off with this aspect ratio as I would be if I then took this and enabled the widescreen hack, which would then make it a 1.67 aspect ratio, and both of those are on the wrong side. They're just one side or the other of the actual 1.5 aspect ratio. So I'm going to go with type B. It's going to leave the borders on the top and bottom. That's a short version of that. Oh, interesting. Oh wow, drink, so you can turn off Shun's ability to drink. So there's a setting that is not here that is in Fighting Vipers, and this is something I saw people commenting on. I think it was there's a Japanese comparison video of this version of Virtua Fighter 2 and the PS3 version and the Saturn version, and I'll link you to that mostly because of the comments. There's a ton of comments on that video in Japanese, but if you use the translate function, like on your phone, which the YouTube app has, you can just translate individual comments. It's really interesting to see what people are talking about, and I think it's on there that somebody mentions that the PS2 version is running at 60 frames per second, but that's not accurate because the Model 2 hardware, the original arcade hardware, actually runs at 57.5 frames per second, and I think what they said, maybe they had read somewhere that what it's doing to get to 60 frames a second is that every so often it just doubles the frames or something, or it updates twice instead of once, or something like that. So once in a while you see a little jerk, like basically, yeah. That was what they said anyway. And I read, I think it was, I don't remember. Oh no, I know what it was now. I was wrong about this in the Fighting Vipers. It was, what's that channel that does the in-depth video analysis of games? Whatever channel that is, did one on the bonus emulated arcade games in, I think it was Like a Dragon Gaiden, the man who changed his name or whatever, or erased his name. I think it was in that one, because they have a Model 3 emulator and some Model 3 games in that, and some fighting games. And they were saying that those games are running at, I think specifically they were talking about Daytona 3 or Daytona 2 or whatever the actual name of it is in the States, because that's in there. And they were saying that it was impressive how they got that running smoothly at 60 frames per second, because its native frame rate is different than 60, and so that's the same with Model 2. So in Fighting Vipers, in Volume 19 of the Sega Ages 2500 series on PS2, in the game settings, or maybe it's in, I think it's in game settings, maybe it's in graphic settings, there's an option to select either 60 frames a second or 57.5 frames a second. This doesn't have that option, so it's probably running at 60 rather than 57.5. Yeah, so it's obvious they learned some things. They learned that some people want to be able to play at the native frame rate, even though that might display a little weird on the 60 frame per second screen. They also fixed most of the contrast problem and color balance problem, and they got moveless in. So it's too bad they couldn't patch this game back then, but you know, it's PS2 era, they didn't really have patches for the most part. So I'm going to set this to easy, because I'm just going to try to go through arcade mode right now, and I'm probably still going to get smoked. Large? Okay. Oh, and as in the PS3 version, you can pick between version 2.0 and 2.1 of Virtua Fighter 2. I forget what the difference is. Oh, you can freely map the controls. I don't think you can do that in... Oh, no, you can't. That's right. Oh, no, you can't. Oh, so I didn't even notice this in Fighting Vipers, and you can freely map the controls. Well, I'm a dope. Anyway, I'm going to leave it on the default, because I just set the controls in PCSX2's setup. It's just a little easier. And then I don't have to reset it in this one, because it's the same as Fighting Vipers. So I just use the layout I made for that. Oh wow, they haven't arranged. Let's do it arranged. Oh no, well, yeah, let's do it. I wonder if we can tell a difference here. We got Saturn tracks. So is this the arranged version? That sounds the same. I don't know. So screen we already looked at. There's no auto save, although whoops, it does save stuff generally. You know, I shouldn't have. Heck. I want to save with the original sound. This will get screwed up later, I suppose, so I don't know why bothering. Records, that's just like versus matches. So this is the people who ported it and kind of screwed things up a little, but you know, they took another stab in the PS3 on the PS3 and they got it better, and they did better with Fighting Vipers. Okay, so let's go ahead. I forget how you. Oh wait, maybe it's pushing start. Does that pick the second costume of the characters? I forget. I looked up all this stuff when I was playing the PS3 version. Oh wait, that doesn't do it. Maybe you hold. No, I can't hold start. Oh, maybe you can't do it in this. I don't know. Okay, I don't know what I'm doing with Akira. Now, one problem I had trying to... I decided, you know, I would try to get into Virtua Fighter 2 when I got the PS3 version, or just got it installed again semi-recently, anyway. Because I think I had it back in the day as well. Maybe not. Maybe I got it like 5 years ago. But a couple years ago, I thought I would try to get into Virtua Fighter 2 using the PS2 or 3 version, and I got really annoyed with the physics because I was trying to. It's kind of easier to throw the AI on higher difficulty levels than it is to hit them, and well, it would be, except that the throw physics, at least in that version, were really weird. And like if you kind of bumped into another character and then tried to throw them, it wouldn't work. The throw would just fail. And that ended up really annoying me. I was trying to cheese throws with Jacky, and I couldn't do it because the throw physics thing was just so weird. And I don't know if that's how the arcade version was. Holy cow. What? But, also I'm noticing with this, I'm trying to do like a forward punch kick, but a lot of times I just get his jab coming out instead, which sucks. I don't know if that's normal too. Maybe he doesn't have maybe you have to do a forward. Well, I don't know what it is. No, forward. So maybe he doesn't have a... Well, I'll never know because it doesn't have a move list here. Maybe he doesn't have a forward punch kick in 2. Oh no, don't do that. Don't do a jump kick. Somebody told me, I was complaining, I think it was on the selectbutton.net forum, I was complaining how Virtua Fighter 2's like throw physics were all goofy. And they said, maybe it was a comment on YouTube, I don't know. And whoever it was wiser than me, and they basically said, well, the punches and kicks are really good. You can just stick with those, and they put a little smiley. And I think they're right. I mean, the punches and kicks are really solid, and that's kind of what you feel in Fighting Vipers, although the throws are solid in Fighting Vipers as well. But just Fighting Vipers is kind of like a goofy version of Virtua Fighter, but... Oh, wow. But the punching and kicking in Fighting Vipers is just so solid, it's just kind of amazing. Goofy as the game itself is, and its theme and characters. I'm not using guard on its own, as is my habit in Virtua Fighter, because I don't like holding a button down. Which does make it a little tough to throw characters. Knock the hairpiece up, or whatever you would call it. Now, Pi is usually the part where I start running into real trouble. So the comments on that Japanese video comparing this version with the PS3 version, oh my gosh. Oh, that was an interesting kick he did. There's just a lot of interesting things that people were saying, that these Japanese players were saying. A lot of people were saying, well, some people said that, for instance, 2 was kind of the last Virtua Fighter they liked, and things got a little... They felt like things kind of went a different way with starting with 3, and they weren't really into it anymore. And of course, it's a video all about Virtua Fighter 2, so you're going to get Virtua Fighter 2 fans. But I can see what they mean. A lot of people were very impressed with the Saturn version, even though if you watch the comparison, it's, the Saturn version is very low resolution. And it's lower poly, and it looks pretty grubby. But they said it had the spirit of the arcade. And whereas a lot of people said they were disappointed by the PS2 version. They felt that the emotion engine as it is couldn't. They thought it was amazing that the emotion engine even couldn't do the Model 2 emulation fully. I think they were thinking of maybe the frame rate. But also the colors. A lot of people were commenting, of course, on the colors being washed out and stuff. And I would have been bummed out about the color being washed out, because that is really bad. Fortunately, PCSX2, in modern days, we can fix it mostly. Oh god, I ran right into it too. Oh, pie. I love that chunky smoke from that big old thing in the background. I wanted to call it a brazier, but I don't know, and I didn't want to say brazier accidentally. I don't know exactly what a brazier is. I was mashing throw and it was just not working at all. Gosh, dang it, pie. You jumping was a mistake as soon as I pushed the lever up. This music's wild. I'm getting smoked. Does he have any guard plus kick moves? I get any. Uh-oh, the camera went weird. Dang it. Yeah, I don't know how to play Akira. I don't know why I keep trying to play Akira. I guess because that's what the cool kids do. Ah, dang it. He doesn't have a back punch. He doesn't have a lot of moves. It's a very weird character, and I just got completely smoked by that combo again for 5. All she needs is she'll just wade in with that, and since I'm not using the block button, ow! Yeah, that's a problem. But she's just gonna, that's why I have a problem with Pi, she just goes in with that. Oh, shoot. Oh, God, the leg counter throw. That's a wild wake-up kick he did. Yeah. Oh, she just snakes, she slinkies out of bounds. I tried to back, there goes half my health. I tried to back up and it just doesn't matter. The camera gets a little off axis sometimes, doesn't it? Yeah. I just goes into not losing mode. Ah! The camera wasn't helping me there. That it wouldn't matter. I can't even kick out of that. I threw her. And then he jumps out like that, which is kind of... Oh, is that a throw tech? Dang it. Oh no. Oh no, she threw me. That hurt real bad. Oh, I could have hit her again. Oh, come on. Nope. Okay, that's a problem. He just does that. So if you throw with your back to an edge, as Akira, you're gonna get... Oh, you're gonna ring yourself out. Okay, I thought I could throw her as I stood up because she was just standing there, but... Oh, the counter. I can't believe I didn't land something on her and all that. I mean, I can. Look at this brown plane. We're just in this temple in the middle of this brown plane. Oh my gosh, I won by 2 pixels. Depressing looking area, really. Maybe that's why there's a temple. Everybody's just depressed without a temple around. Ah. Yeah, okay. Dang it. Okay, she just decided to smoke me. That does depressingly little damage, though. I mean, it looks like this huge hit, but doesn't do a whole lot of damage usually. Wow, he's got all these wild wake-up kicks. Yeah, kick her in the back of the head. And punch her in the back of the back. And I'm really glad I was able to mostly solve that contrast problem, because that would have really sucked. Gosh dang it, bye. Just let me win 2 rounds once. Yeah. I was thinking about a down attack way too late. Do a down attack. Yeah! Punch her right in the chest. I did it. Thank you, down attack. Caught her napping. I love how it adds that 0.1 on the 2. Love the big coins on Leon's stage, but I hate Leon. Oh, heck. I forgot this game is so hard even on easy. Oh man, I'm never gonna get through this. What was I thinking there? Yeah, he wasn't... Oh! So I was mashing throw even when I was down, and he stood up with a kick. Oh, guess that figures, doesn't it? Alright, what am I doing? Oh, okay. Yeah, I just wanted to fly through the air for a second. You can't throw it all in this game. Yeah. Like, is that just the throw wave animation? I guess it is. That hop back is a problem. Ka-toom! Oh, he missed. Oh, that's too bad. Oh, man. Yeah. God, I don't have it. Dang it. Oh, too late for a down attack, you dope. Look at those big bitmap statues. Why was I could have won that round if I'd, I don't know, not screwed up, done a down attack. Nice. Oh, he shows me what a kick is. Ow! Yeah. Oh, shoot. Nah. I go down back. Oh. No, you jerk. Oh, take your life preserver and get off my wall. Oh. Oh, come on, I was out of there. Oh, I let him get to me. Let him get in my head. shove him off. Oh, come on. Yeah. Strategy. Strategy. Oh, heck. Gosh dang it. Oh, come on. That was supposed to be a down attack and I screwed it up. I screwed it up too. Arg! That sucked. He's merciless with the down attacks, and I'm not smart enough to know how to evade him. Forget about how to do any of that. Oh, you probably need a guard button to do that. Gosh, dang it. I suppose I could try that. I mean, I have a throw button, which is guard plus. See, I could have tried it there. Yeah, that would move. Yeah, just kick over his head again. That's good. Get a throw check. Throw check again. This is a bad trend. He just hit me every time. Yeah! Finally got that move in. Uh-oh. Oh no. Oh no, maybe I shouldn't do that move too much against. Oh shoot! Oh dear. Oh gosh. It's not good. Okay, that was the wrong thing. I can't believe he doesn't have a forward punch kick though. That's the weirdest thing. Oh gosh. Coconut falls from the tree. Okay, this is real bad because I was mashing throw that whole time and it didn't get me out of that throw. Oh, wait. No kidding. Hey, that's not fair. What the heck? I'm gonna get... Oh, need. Okay, that's different. Oh, I don't remember Jeffrey being this rough. Guess I don't think I did go through in the PS3 version with Akira once, I think. Oh my gosh. Yeah. How? Yeah, I did a throw. And my little hop back. That was supposed to be the kick, the double kick to the head, and I didn't do it, and he was in close. Oh my gosh, his throat. Oh, I got out of it! I was just mashing stupid stuff with my thumb, and it happened to hit the throw button at the right time. Nope. Oh. Yep. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. How can he throw through jabs? Reused block, that's not fair. I tried to punt or tried to throw. Oh. Hey, he didn't fly super high in the air. He just had a up forward kick instead of just an up kick. It's not helping me. Duh. Protect. Oh, knee tech. I'm not even coming close. Oh my gosh. Jeffrey, I don't know what to do here. Got any tips? That's not it. That's sick. Like what? He fuzzy guarded that jab. Oh my gosh, okay, well I was mashing throw that whole time, so at least that part worked. I was trying to throw him. Ugh. Maybe I should just mash throw at him all the time. That worked well. I'm gonna give up and go and cry. Ah! Oh man. Oh, there goes half my health anyway. You didn't even have to throw me. Just one kick and a down attack. I knew it. I knew a throw was coming. Ugh. Well, that's not quite half my health, Jeffrey. You're slipping. Oh, no. Oh my gosh. He was just humoring me, letting me punch him a couple times. Oh no! Did you see that shimmy? He shimmied a jab. Wish I could shimmy his throws. Oh. Just casually uppercuts me. I love the coconut falling. The coconut falls on Jeffrey's Island. How many times is Akira dying? Why Akira anyway? Oh, that was a mistake. I did not mean to do. Whoa! I won a round. I did a move I didn't know I could do. I don't know what it was. I evaded a knee. Oh, I thought it was time to do that, and it sure wasn't. I evaded a knee. I got full of myself. Ah. No, you punk. I got him. I did a throw tech. I got him. I did a kick move that I don't even know how I did to do it. Oh no, I can't get past Kage. I'm gonna give up. How about that? Or I'll make a save state and maybe I'll come back to this someday. Oh, I gotta say another thing that's done better in fighting Vipers is the difficulty. The AI difficulty is not super duper ridiculous. The game is actually pretty playable. Yeah. So I think the throw thing is not a problem in this, though. I haven't encountered the problem where the throw just warps into nothingness. Which was a huge problem that I had in the PS3 version. I actually did kind of okay against him there. See, this is the kind of thing that gives me false hope. Throw him! No, I was trying to throw him! Foul! Checked my throw, and he just jabbed me because I kept spamming throw at him. Okay, I couldn't even tech that. It looked like I halfway teched it, and then he threw me anyway. I'm trying to throw. But it doesn't have... It's not the same problem I was having. Maybe I should try Jacky real fast. Okay, see, I was mashing throw there, like so. Oh! Of course, I'm mashing punch and kick, and that doesn't do squat for getting up. You need a guard button in there. It's for me, but it doesn't hurt as bad as Jeffrey. Oh, shoot, nice throw. I was gonna throw him. How did he do that? I double tapped the throw. See, he just starts jabbing if I go in for a throw. He does the old crouch punches. That's the old Virtua Fighter win technique. Oh, that was poor decision. Why am I not just punching at him? Because he blocks, I guess. I need to block that. Ah, everybody blocks that now. Trasho. You just dunked me over like an old garbage can. So yeah, Akira doesn't have, like, kick guard moves. At least not that I'm finding. Akira, how do you not have punch, kick, or kick plus guard moves? I mean, punch plus kick or kick plus guard moves. That's crazy. How do you do this crazy triangle stuff in this anyways? That's all with the punch button. That's a cool looking throw. I was inspired by his throw to try to throw him, but he's a ninja. He doesn't let me throw him. Ooh. Oh, that's the wrong button. You dope ninja, you let me kick you waking up. Oh, I thought I had him there. No! I got another version of Virtua Fighter 2 today as well. I kind of went crazy today, unfortunately, but I justify it to myself, as I'll cry when my bill comes. Well, I paid with a service that doesn't do that, so I guess it's okay. But, I paid with PayPal. Uh-oh. Oh, you scumbag. Yeah, I got 3 retro game collections on old consoles. These are off eBay, so they're not going to be here for things. I got an 3 old games off of Steam because Sega just sells you the ROMs for some of their old console games, which is pretty sweet. So that's what I got today. That was kind of nuts, but I think I keep telling myself that I'm close now to having all the old games that I'm gonna need. I keep telling myself that. Realistically, there's probably still some, like, Famicom games I'll want at some point. There's a ton of Famicom games, and I don't know Famicom games that well. But I like Famicom stuff in general. Kind of. I mean, in theory, I do. In practice, a lot of the games are horrible. Dang it! Or they're just not games that I want to play. That's a better thing to say. But yeah, I got another version of Virtua Fighter 2. You can probably guess what it is. I'd avoided it because of that flashing lightning stage with Sarah. But, it's probably okay though. Oh, come on. I hate it when he gets away with that. That feels so silly. Oh, I haven't even really been... That's my excuse. I haven't been paying attention. I wasn't paying attention, Ninja. It didn't count. I wasn't really trying. Not gonna matter. Oh, God. He's just gonna kill me harder and I'll be... Oh, he concussed himself. Not for long. Dang! That was rude. Oh. I hate Akira's default kick just goes high. That's his default kick. It just goes over everybody. That's rough, man. Akira, why you gotta do down forward to do anything with Akira? Have I hit anybody with his high kick? I don't think so. They don't even have to defend against it most of the time. It just goes right over their head and they're like, why? What are you doing, dude? Couldn't even tech that. I was trying to throw him and I couldn't tech his friggin'... I'm getting irritated. Now I'm trying and I'm losing, I'm getting irritated. When I was not trying and losing, it's fine. I just rattle on. See, I can't even tech out. I was trying to throw him that whole time. I can't even... Then he just throws me. I can't even tech out of it. Mash and throw, trying to throw him. It doesn't tech his throw. It doesn't throw him. But I don't think that's the problem I was having. PS3 version. This is just a problem of me sucking. I love that though. I mean, it sounds like you're hitting them with thunder, you know? Thunder elbow. Oh, it makes a cool sound when it connects, but when they block it makes no sound, and it's just the sound of your hope dying. Oh, don't kick high. Gosh dang it, that's just a whack-a-mole. No, that's not the right phrase. I wish I knew some more Akira moves. I wish the move list was here, although that would really help me. I do have the manual, I guess I could go pull that out. There was a weird saga with the shipping on this thing because I ordered Sega Ages 2500. Maybe I'm talking to distract myself from the carnage here. I ordered the 2500 series version of, Volume 16, this one, and Volume 19, Fighting Vipers, from eBay at the same time a couple weeks ago. Because I had forgotten they existed, or I didn't know, or I don't know why I didn't get them back in the day. I got a bunch of the 2500 series at the time, but not these two. I think maybe I thought I just didn't like Virtua Fighter 2 for one thing, and I think I thought I didn't like Fighting Vipers because I had Fighting Vipers 2 on Dreamcast, I think? Actually, I'm not sure, now I forget, did I? Gosh, I don't know. Anyway, I didn't get them back in the day. That was the wrong darn button. So I ordered them, and they were both by, budget shipping service, which has no tracking. So it's like, well, okay, oh gosh. And eBay said it was going to take like 5 weeks for them to get here. Like, well, if that's what it's going to take, that's what it will take. Dang, I run out of ideas. I need a practice mode with a move list. I guess I could go play the PS3 version. Although I wasn't even close, so I don't know why I'm so upset there. I thought I was closer to getting it than I was. Oh. It looks like I could throw him after I do like a standing kick, and if that doesn't connect, but it doesn't let me throw him there. Detect it instantly. Another insta-tech. I tech you. I tech you. He got mad. He got mad that I threw him. I laid hands on his person, his royal purple personage. Why have I abandoned punches against him? Because he's blocking them all, I guess. You didn't block that slinky off, you jerk. I need 2 slinkies. 2 slinky rounds in a row. That's what I'm gonna need to beat him. Oh, look at the tree. The tree trunks in this stage. I bet there's no leaves on top of them. They're just trunks. Oh, shoot! Of course he blocked it. Gosh, stop blocking everything. Ah, you Punkosaurus. Shoot. Oh, sick. Fox, now I'm running out of throat. Just growling at this ninja. Sick. You cheap jerk. I don't use a throw or a guard button. You shouldn't be allowed to guard either. There's a drink option, but there's no guard option. I was trying to throw him and that wouldn't work. Oh, that torch looked kind of crazy. Well, that wasn't the throw button. That would have worked. I basically don't know how to throw. Like, when is the appropriate time to throw in this game? Especially after an attack. Like, how can I do that? There, so I tried to throw him. Didn't work. He just threw me. I did a throw. Now he's going to be mad. Watch. Oh, no. I got him. He was so discombobulated. He's like, he threw me. I threw him off is what I did. Shoot, get up. I could have got another hit there. Jab, jab. Maybe I should do more low jabs. Oh, but then he just steps in and does the forward low kick. He's blocking the people's elbow. Oh. How can he block all that? I gotta figure out how do I hit him with the elbow? Because he blocks it all the time. Oh, that was brutal. I'm dead. So, another thing I'm wondering is how... If I had a guard button, would it enable me to stand faster than I can currently? I guess it... I need more moves. He's too good at defending these moves. I know I've done like 2 other moves once that I don't know how I did, so there's at least those. I'm gonna have to go look at Akira's move list at some point. Because in later like Virtua Fighter 4, everybody's got so many moves, you can always find some other moves, but in this one, not so much. Ah! Ugh. Nope. I should have backed off, maybe. Gone for low punches. He doesn't get fooled by the low punches, though. Looks like he doesn't get fooled by the elbow. Oh, I get him with the stinking elbow. Oh, heck. Ah, dump on your head. Oh, okay. That was premature celebration. I don't know how to fight this ninja. He doesn't let me elbow him, so I don't know what to do. I can only elbow him when he, like, jumps. And then it's usually a palm strike for whatever reason. Oh, wrong kick. Oh, brutal, man. There's this thing that Akira does in, like, later games where he, like, hops forward and backwards. Can you do that in this? Like, hops back and then forward with a big old palm strike or elbow or something. Darg. Hey, I hit him with that. So I gotta learn to, like, back up more. Oh, I should have tried a down attack just for... Okay. Well, that's working well. Oh. I went for cheap stuff and it didn't work. And I blew it. Oh my gosh, I got in so many double air kicks on him that time. How did I do that? Well, I'm just gonna be perfected now because I'm broken inside. Oh, dang. Oh yeah, eat it. Oh. He's just blocked. All he's got to do is block the elbow. He knows this. Oh, he got elbowed once. I elbowed him once. It wasn't a great elbow, but it elbowed. Arg! Hey, I got the elbow. I was so surprised I didn't get the follow-up. Oh, you jerk. Oh, ransacked. Yeah, I elbowed him again. Uh-oh. Oh. Oh, that... Jeez. Oh. I should have backed up. Hey, I got him with a crouch punch. Good for me. Ah! Oh my gosh, the elbow! I guess he was rushing forward. Maybe that's kind of what I have to do is, like, get better at spacing against him. That's not it. Oh heck, I'm spaced out. Nope, too slow. Elbow. He was moving forward there, but he still blocked it. Uh-oh. Oh, shoot. Well, 2 tries, he blocked both of them. Oh, that's like 55% of my health. Oh. Heck. Well, that was full of throw attempts that didn't work. I don't know. I can't do anything from that side now. I'm so conditioned to being on this side. No, that was supposed to be an elbow. Why? Oh my gosh. Yeah, try that 3 times in a row. Come on, shove him up. Oh, okay. I couldn't even nudge him forward. That's depressing. That's the spacing thing, I guess. I just don't... No. Yeah, that was a bad idea. Oh, that was supposed to be a down attack. Oh, shoot. No. Oh, wow. Got him from the right side, even. I'm dead. He just stood there. I can't. I just elbowed him like 3 times in a row. I can't shove him back because he just stands and blocks. And I can't throw him. I just can't figure out the throw timing on him at all. Like, he was crouching there, so like, his throw didn't work. See there? I was hitting throw that whole time. It did like a half. He was crouching under the throw. He kicked me when I tried to throw. And he elbowed me when I tried to throw. He tacked twice. Okay. He's a wall, man. I can't get out fast enough against him either. I can't dash back. And whenever, like half the time when I dash forward, he just knows it and he throws me. Oh, go. Wish I knew some other moves. Back kick? No. Gotta be some moves I can figure out here. Ah, I need anti-ninja moves. Ah. Oh, I got ninja'd so hard. Gosh. Oh. Wrong kick. I got a down forward kick every single time and it's wearying. At this point he's getting insulted when he doesn't perfect me. Oh, come on. How do you get a throw out of that? Jeez. I threw him. Oh, my little jump back didn't quite ring me out. Arrgh. I was so shocked that I actually hit him, I didn't know what to do with myself. Oh, come on, I was standing! What? Oh my gosh. I just got freaked. Oh. I didn't know what to do with myself again. Don't do that. What? I'm losing it. I've lost it. I've completely lost any sort of idea. Take that, ninja. How did he block that? He was dashing forward. Honk. Oh, I should just not just watch him there, I guess. It's just decks me. You also have to figure out how to, like, get out of that. But there isn't a smooth way, I don't think. It's way too slow with the down attacks. Oh, it didn't matter, he's too fast. Shh, block my elbow every single time. Arg! Yeah, hey, you didn't get me out of it. How do I suck so bad at that? I was like, I'll just throw him as he gets up, because that works, right? No. I don't know what to do after he dunks himself on his head like that. Like, I don't know how to punish that. It's sad. Why am I doing that? I have no faith in my elbow anymore. He's got two elbows in on him. Ugh. Oh, I got him. He whiffed and I couldn't punish it fast enough. Ah, that was it. Oh, no. Oh, I'm dead. Come on. Oh my gosh! Oh, brutal heck. Now the down attacks from him. Yeah, not having the wake up thing is rough. Although, wait, is it like... Is there like a fast stand? I don't think there is it. Like if you hit all three buttons? No. That would be all three buttons if I hit those three. There's a quick stand with three buttons. Oh, that's the wrong button. See, I only get him with the elbow if he's like in the middle of actually trying to flip or something. I accidentally did up guard plus punch as a... Oh, that's not a punish. Oh. That actually does a lot of damage. Oh no. What time is it? It's gotta be past my bedtime. Almost. Okay, well, I didn't think I was gonna beat the ninja, so that sparks hope. I'm gonna make a save state, which is what I'm doing right now. Okay. Yeah, okay. So, I'm gonna try something. Speaking of Jacky. Where's Jacky at? Everybody looks weird. How do you get the other costumes? Is it like pushing up? Down? Oh, down! Yeah, because this is his other costume. So let me see if I... What happens when I try throw spam? Rough stuff for loud, that's what happens. Oh, maybe that is it. Like, if you whiff a throw, I'm not sure you can recover from it. Oh yeah, it's the Bryant stage. That's why I was playing Jacky so much, because I didn't have to face the lightning, the flashing lightning fighting Sarah, because you fight her here with Jacky. Maybe that's all it was bothering me then. It's like if you whiff a throw, then you can't just keep mashing throw and get a throw to come out. You have to move first. I can swear it's working a lot better here than it was in the PS3 version now. Oh heck! Is that a big giant broccoli in the background? What? Purple roof. Uh-oh. Yeah, see, because I whiffed. It's somehow more obvious here. I'm not sure if that was the same thing in the 3. I think it was. But I couldn't really tell. Oh, there I whiffed and then I got a throw. Like, it's way easier to get a throw if you're dashing into them as you do the throw than if you're standing there and they come up to you for some reason. This game's rad. I don't know. It's just so brutal. See what I mean about the throws? Of course, it doesn't really matter until you get to pie. Up until pie, everything's just cake and ice cream, and then you get to pie, and cake and ice cream don't matter anymore, because pie's better than cake and ice cream. I kind of like this arranged track. Is that in the PS3 version? I don't remember. Oh yeah, I got it. Well, I think throws are working better in this. I'm not going to go reinstall the PS3 version. I was happy to be down to... I'm down to 2 games on the PS3, maybe 1. So my 2 games left on the PS3 that I might play are Demon Souls, which... can't really get that one anywhere else, because the PS5 version's ugly anyway. And Virtua Fighter 5 Final Showdown. But I don't know, I'm kind of thinking about just going old school with Virtua Fighter. Sticking to like 4 at the latest. Its final showdown, its AI is a little flaky. Like you can exploit it if you're really sadistic about it. And yeah, I don't know, just it's missing a little snap that even 4 still had a little of the old snap to it. And that later versions of 4, they kind of started getting more elaborate animations, and that continued in 5. Just grabbing a lot of people by their groinal regions as I throw them. He does it in a non-abusive way, though. He does it tenderly and impersonally. He's just throwing them. The fact that his hand is, you know, in where it is, that's just coincidental. It's not a problem. That's what he tells the police. Anyway, they're all there to fight. They knew what they were getting into. Uh-oh. Hey. Maybe this is why I didn't have a problem with Jeffrey before, because I was mashing throws with Jacky. Uh-oh. Ah, jeez. Well, that's a problem. I mean, I don't really want mashing throws to work anyway. I don't want to break the AI again. I've broken the AI in so many Virtua Fighter games. It's depressing. But it did work really well on 5. It's a little depressing. I mean, I guess it's just nice to know that throws work okay-ish. I don't want them to work too well. Ah! Oh! Say hello to the knee and then to the sand. Have I actually thrown him? Turn around, Jacky. Yeah, I gotta throw. Tender throw. I mean, maybe I should just be playing Jeffrey anyway. Ow! This wolf anyway. Oh no! Rear throw. Ouch! That hurt a lot. Oh, excellent. I was gonna surprise him with a kick and then run in for a throw. No. Jeepers, creepers. Shit. Well, it doesn't have the weird mushy destruction feeling when bouncing into some of these hitbox that throws had in the PS3 version. I don't know, I probably was just delusional. Oh, wow. It's the sky. Oh, man. Well, I'm tired of mashing throws, so I'm just gonna say it doesn't work and give up. Oh, nice. Oops. Wolf is in this, right? Wolf is in... There he is. Anyway, that's fine. I don't care. I want want to see Akira's... Is it down? Did I say down? Or up? Turn down. Wait a second, that's not it. Up. There it is. Sweet. I forgot about that. Hey man, that rules. Yeah, it's nice not to be stuck on PS3 with this. It doesn't have move lists, that's kind of a bummer. But, you know, I can see how people would have been, like the Japanese commentators on that one video, which I will link to in the description below, were disappointed with the PS2 version, and definitely the horrible washed out, just to remind you. Let's see here. Let me turn off my color tweaks again. Shade boost off. That's what you would have got when you got this back on PS2. This is what it looks like. Like how the red is not washed out, or the black is not washed out, but everything else is washed out. It's just so messed up. It's like, how did they ship the game like this? Where they're thinking, well, this is just how Model 2 works. You just, you know, adjust your monitor, and then it's perfect. It's like, well, maybe you're not going to have home people quite understanding that, or willing to throw the adjustment of their TV off just for your one game. Maybe you should, you know, adjust it yourself. You know, it's so bizarre. And then Fighting Vipers is still a little washed out and a little yellow, but not enough to really be just completely horrible like this. But they had already done the Saturn version, which didn't have this problem, so like, what the heck, right? Maybe they thought they were gonna go like super hardcore emulation, arcade style, because of course they had to rebuild that from scratch to be able to get it to work on Saturn hardware. So maybe they thought, well, we've got hardware that can just about run the native code, so let's leave it as close to the arcade code as possible and not adjust it for home television color and contrast balance. And people will appreciate this, you know, that it's as closest to the arcade as we could make it. But I don't think if that was their thinking, I think they quickly realized that was a miscalculation. No, my shade boost is not working now. Hey, hang on. Is that it? 6251. Oh no, my number's changed. What the heck? Shoot. How did that happen? Ah. Oh no, there it is. What was I doing? Oh, shoot. I was changing the overall. Didn't mean to do that. No, what was I doing? What? Where did that setting come from? What the heck? Okay, this should do it. There we go. What a difference a little shade boost makes. Probably a little overdone, but I don't care. I think it's beautiful. I mean, the Saturn version is actually, all the footage I've seen of the Saturn version looks a little dark and oversaturated, but maybe that's more like the hurting the graphic or something, I don't know. Like, maybe... Did I raise it? Yeah, I keep doing the wrong thing. Oh, I didn't raise the saturation. Well, heck, then that's as close as I'm gonna get. If I could adjust the RGB or the, what am I thinking of? The Saturn or the cyan red, like you can do in Photoshop. If I had the actual color balance capability, I could make it look like just right. But kind of surprised PCSX2 doesn't have that. But hey, maybe someday. I mean, I guess there is a slight. You can maybe tell yourself you feel that slight 57.5 to 60 FPS conversion every once in a while. There's a little wobble of the video, but I don't know. That's probably me fooling myself. I think this version's rad. I mean, color adjusted anyway. Once you can adjust the color, it's rad. I bet it would have been much better received if you know, I hadn't had that problem. Now, one problem that I'm curious if this has, that Fighting Vipers has, is when I left Fighting Vipers playing its intro sequence at the end of that episode, that ended up getting a copyright strike on it. Just the intro sequence video, not music. I've never gotten a video copyright, not a strike, but a copyright claim on one of my videos for video. I've gotten all the copyright claims I've gotten on videos have been for music in games, but this one in Fighting Vipers was just the actual video sequence of the intro in Fighting Vipers. Is Sega claims that as a copyright, and I couldn't monetize that video until I cut the intro out. So I'm gonna leave this in, and we'll see if this part gets a copyright claim on it, and if I have to cut out the intro. Of course, if I do have to cut out the intro, then that whole okay, so if there's a cut there, you won't have seen the intro that just played. So that'll be interesting to see. I better pause it before the intro plays again. So anyway, I think this version rules. I'm super glad that I can run it in an emulator and mostly fix the color, because that would have sucked. But being able to do that, I don't really have huge complaints about this version. I do wish it had the there's the native color, the pause screen move list like Fighting Vipers does, but oh well. I might have to look up some moves for Akira. But hey, I just beat the ninja, so maybe I don't. Haha. What else? Because I know there are Akira moves that I just can't do. I mean, I've tried Akira moves in later Virtua Fighters, like the whole like triangle thing or whatever the heck it is, and I just can't do that. So yeah, I'll have to. There's other options. There's the ranking mode. I guess I can just look at my notes on that, but I'll have to come back and get a little bit into that. And I still haven't finished my playthrough even. So anyway, yeah, I don't know. This game's kind of rad. It's not as approachable as Fighting Vipers, so you can kind of see why. Maybe why they made Fighting Vipers looking at this, because it's like, this is really hard to fight against this CPU. I mean, this is on easy. And Fighting Vipers is actually kind of tough sometimes on easy, but it's not nearly as tough as this. I mean, I'm not using block, and the AI is pretty rough on you when you don't block in this. But yeah, anyway, kind of glad I finally realized this version exists, and yeah, cool. So I did uninstall the PS3 one on my PS3, so all I have on PS3 right now is Virtua Fighter 5 Final Showdown and Demon Souls, and Maybe once, if I ever get through Demon Souls on PS3, I'll sell it. So I'm done with PS3. Nah, I guess I wouldn't do that, but it's just nice not to be hardware dependent for most of my games anyway. So yeah. So, and I finally realized tonight that this game and Fighting Vipers are not in 4:3 aspect ratio. They're supposed to be 3:2. So now I have to go back to Fighting Vipers and get an episode recorded of it at the correct aspect ratio. And then I got to play Fighting Vipers 2 to compare it because I'm still not sure how those compare exactly. So much to do, and I have to go to bed. What am I doing? I'm going to go. Thanks for watching this unfixed video one more time because I don't want to leave it with messed up settings. As fascinating as that is. Shade boost. So yeah, anyway, thanks for watching. See you later.